So my name is Corey Fager. I majored in Women and Gender Studies and Sociology in my undergraduate here at University of Louisville, and now I'm coming back for my master's degree in Women and Gender Studies, and I'm very excited to be here.
My name is Madeline McCubbins. I am a junior at the University of Louisville studying Women's and Gender Studies.
I am Ariana Perry, and I am a junior at UofL's campus. I'm a Women Gender Studies, Pan-African Studies double major.
Hi, I'm Olivia. I'm a first-year master's student here at UofL's Women's and Gender Studies program.
I got attracted to Women and Gender Studies because I'm a high school teacher, social studies, and I focus on African American history and civics. And Women and Gender Studies has honestly made me a much better classroom teacher because it's expanded my viewpoints and I've been able to incorporate so much into my classroom. In addition, I've also been able to work with my kids to help them when they get to college, really pushing that they minor, if they don't major, in Women and Gender Studies, Pan-African Studies, because I think a strong liberal arts education is much needed and makes people more well-rounded and better for the world.
I took one course called Women in American Culture, and it was a gen ed course that you can take. Anyone can take it. And I remember going, okay, like this is cool. Women is like in the title. This should be fun. And what ended up happening was I fell in love.
One class, Intro to LGBT Studies with Dr. Story, and I didn't realize I could enjoy college, and then I realized I was in the wrong major, and I ended up switching, and now I love it. So
the real question is not, why am I studying Women's and Gender Studies, but why not?
Women and Gender Studies is a great choice for somebody who wants to engage very critically with social issues that are becoming more and more relevant today. If you're somebody like me who can't really decide any one interest that you want to devote your college career to, Women and Gender Studies is a great choice because it's interdisciplinary, which means that it's almost like a method you can apply to any other field of study that you like, and you have a lot of freedom with that in the major. I've taken classes on a lot of queer studies. We have an LGBTQ studies minor, which is wonderful. Classes cross-listed with Pan-African studies. I've taken a lot of theory, philosophy, critical theory, that has really helped me in both of my undergraduate majors, sociology and women and gender studies. I was able to take perspectives from both and really use them to enrich the other in a very natural and organic way.
I like that you can argue anything, you can critique anything. Nothing stays the same within this department in terms of, or this degree, in terms of how you can think and new ideas that you can bring, and really trying to be as inclusive as possible.
Right now in the discipline, we definitely need more diversity, and I don't mean that in an empty bodies filling the space way. I mean the scholarship and the spaces need to include more marginalized voices. We need global perspectives in the modern age as the world becomes more and more tied together and issues begin spilling over national borders. We need scholarship that's prepared to address those realities as we're more connected now than we've ever been before.
I think that Women and Gender Studies is definitely for anybody because it can take both somebody with a privilege in an area and help them see where that privilege is and how they can use it to make space for people to have their voices heard, and also for people who have an oppressed identity and are trying to find strength and power and find people before them who have struggled with that identity and how they overcame it and kind of grew from it and made their voices heard. Whatever the privilege and oppressed group is, both can kind of start bridging the gap and understanding how they can help and how they can find strength. It's definitely not stagnant. Like, it is always changing, it's always progressing. It's a very dynamic kind of major. Like, there's a lot of factors and layers to it. There's a lot of different theories that go into it. I mean, like, it's always growing and people are always trying to make it better and understand it more and be as inclusive as possible for everybody in it. So
it's also very easy to double major with Women and Gender Studies and another major in the humanities and the social sciences because the discipline is so interdisciplinary. It means that the classes cross-list a lot and you can earn credit for multiple disciplines. But I actually double majored on accident. It was that possible to do. It was that easy to do. what I did was I was taking sociology as my major, and women and gender studies and LGBTQ studies were the minors. But as I was taking classes that counted for both sociology and gender studies, and also taking classes that were just for gender studies and the LGBTQ studies, sooner or later I had so many classes piled up that my advisor sent me a message saying, just so you know, you're closer to having a major in your minor than you are in your declared major, so consider double majoring. And it was that easy. That was my junior year, and I really wasn't trying that hard to do it. That's just the nature of an interdisciplinary degree, is that it wants to weave into the others. It fits very nicely, and you can take the strategies that you have from gender studies and apply them into anything else, and you will be giving very forward-thinking, novel perspectives that often other disciplines lack.
And there's just been a change in the way that I can relate to others, that I can make sense of the world around me, and that I can apply my talents in a way that helps others.
It's not an easy major, it's not a joke. It requires building skills with critical reflection, effective communication, empathy, assessing validity of facts. It's a very, very critically minded degree, and you have to be very sharp in order to do well. And the good news is we have excellent faculty who are willing to work with you and cultivate those skills and really take your ability to think and write and critique to the next level. I want to say I encourage everyone to take at least one class at some point that looks interesting to you. We have such a wide variety of classes that are offered every semester that there should be something that grabs your attention, and I promise if you look into women and gender studies, you will take something away from it. Your mind will expand in some way as long as you go into it with an open mind and an open heart. Approach it with love and with empathy, and the discipline will reward you. The expanded perspectives, the new horizons you can approach, it's mind-blowing. For lack of a better word, these classes blow people's minds, and you can see it on your classmates' faces someday that they hear a perspective or they hear a point that they've never even considered before, and it's just, oh, right. And that feeling is so good, and I think really helps inspire love of learning in people, so absolutely give it a shot. And if you don't take something away from it, you can find me personally and rub it in my face. I'm willing to put that out there.
I would say that a lot of times people ask me what my major is, and I say it's women's and gender studies, and they go what is that? Why are you majoring in that? What could you ever do with that in the real world? And I'm like, women's and gender studies is the real world. That's the best part about it. If someone is kind of on the fence about whether or not they should get into women and gender studies, I recommend taking an introductory level course for sure, because you get a broad overview of the entire program essentially, and you just get introduced to these topics, especially straight out of high school, that you may not have ever thought about.
You just take a class and really see how you feel about it at the end. If it changed your life at all, then you need to look into this, and if not, then at least now you know.
I really cannot stress enough that I hated college until I switched women and gender studies. I did not realize college could be something you enjoy and you could look forward to every day, and you can feel like you are really absorbing the material you're learning and can use it in day-to-day life. I did not think that would happen, and it really did. Dreams really do come true. Honestly, I know it sounds so corny, but it was so life-changing sitting in that class and realizing that it was the major I needed to be in. So
I never woke up any day and was like, I don't want to go to class today. Every day, it was my 8 a.m. class, and every day I woke up just ready to go. I never missed a class because I loved it that much. So it's been amazing, and to me, a women's and gender studies degree is not just going to prepare me for the workforce, but it's going to prepare me for life, just everything. Everything that I feel like the world could throw anything at me right now, and as a women's and gender studies major, I got it. It's good. So, yeah.